Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a special edition of the Life of Zachary Long. It is my honor to be here with you guys today. You know, uh, I know the videos, we haven't been posting a lot of videos recently. We've posted some shorts, but that's because I've been trying to shorten up the content a little bit. But this episode is going to be different because it's going to be the generic podcast that you guys are used to. And I told you guys I was doing collabs. So this one right here, this one, it's been in the making. Somebody I have a lot of respect for. So I have a lot of love for it. And somebody, you know, who I consider a very, very close friend of mine. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce, for those who don't know, one of my guys, Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Zach?
What's up, Doug? Oh man. You know, honestly, Doug, a lot of people like they see us and they look at us and they're like, these are two of the most ridiculous people I think we've ever
What a
met.
bunch of goofy guys. Exactly.
Exactly. So, I think what the people would probably want to know is like how we met. I feel like, you know, I think it's an interesting story. So I'll kind of let you tell it from your perspective first, and if I have anything, I'll chime in. But
I got you. I That was my favorite moment because I was playing pool downstairs in our dorm we had, and it was like the first week of school, so I had like no idea who I was meeting and all that. I was like, "What's going on here?" I'm just playing pool, minding my business, and this guy just walks right up to me out of nowhere. I don't even know him yet, and he's just like, "Yo, you playing pool?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "Ooh," and yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Um, that was simple but effective. Like that's how it started. Like absolute cinema.
and you see that right there, guys. See that interaction right there. Just launched so much. You know, I connected with Doug like that, just like instantly. It was so weird because it was like, you know, we had so many like similar ideas, so many similar
Yeah.
references that I was like, whoa, this guy's on another level. And I mean, I think he is just I mean, Doug's an incredible guy. I mean, to do all the stuff he does, I mean, to balance his work, but then again, balance all the stuff that he does for theater. I think this guy, he's incredible. He amazes me because some of the stuff he does, I'm like, I don't know how he does all that, and then still has time to act um, in a play. But we'll get into the play we acted in, and our experience on set. But you know, like the crazy thing when I started talking to Doug, I was like, we started talking, and then literally like a week later we had a secret handshake,
Yeah.
which is really rare because a lot of people, they'll be like, they'll sometimes think they're too cool to have these secret handshakes, but like Doug, he embraced it. Like,
Yeah.
in our honors class, like it was only, two
There's
other
three
dudes.
guys. We had to stick together.
Exactly. You
Walk
know.
up. You're like, Doug. Let's make a handshake. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
And man, it was incredible. I mean, it was a connection that like it was awesome. And even though like it's great for us to see how people have embraced us as a dynamic duo is awesome too. Like to see how the dining hall workers, if they see one of us, they ask where the other one is.
I've
It's
had
just,
so many times where I'm just sitting there and they're like, "Where's your buddy at?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, they love us.
it's awesome. And I think like working with Doug is just so much fun because it's somebody like, I call it like a bro mate, like, you know, of course you have your soulmates, but you got your bromates. Like you got bros that you just connect with just like this. And it's like anything like I could be thinking something and I could turn to Doug and Doug would just be thinking the same exact thing. You know, we have like so many just inside jokes that we have. We have so many things that's like, people just don't understand. Like,
No, they don't.
they don't get it. And
It's even better. It's the best part of it.
it's so funny. And but it's just awesome. But one thing that I really do love about Doug, I mean, Doug's a great guy, but the fact that he's also like he includes everybody. Like, obviously, you know, uh we have like yes, we have our thing, but like the way like Doug embraces people with open arms and you know, like we call like our table is like a hot zone where like people can feel comfortable to sit with us and we make we make everybody feel involved and that's you gotta give Doug a lot of that credit because you know Doug he brings an energy that is so easy to feed off of that people just want to be around it. So
That
credit to
Doug guy
you.
sounds amazing. Whoa, that's crazy.
Hey, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Um, but since we did kind of talk about the show that we were in, I kind of want to get your experience on Pieces. Like, what was that for you, or what was that experience like for you?
I mean, I was surprised. Like as an actor, I was like, I got this. But like, there is quite the difference between live acting on stage and then going to do a show.
Yeah.
Because I walked in, I'm like, I got this, and I got my script, and I'm like, no. I was not ready for it. Um, but I loved it though. Like it was such like a different experience compared to on stage because like on stage live experience and stuff like you gotta your ideas you gotta do it all perfectly. You gotta do it right there in front of everybody. But like
Right.
behind the scenes, there's so much more behind the scenes with pieces compared to what the actual final take was, and that was like a breath of fresh air because you could finally like miss your lineup and be like, "Oh wait, no, do that again, do it again, do it again, run it back." Um, which I thought was fun because I am like the king of sometimes forgetting a line, and like sometimes I just need that moment of just like refresh, refresh. But pieces was quite the experience. I had fun with it. Especially we had our first take together at Hoppers. You and I walked into the M&M and we're like, "Ooh." They weren't ready for that.
Nah, man, they weren't. Yeah, I mean, one thing for me, because Pieces was my first time acting. For those who don't know, Doug and I were a part of a short film called Pieces. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. This show is actually sponsored. All right, let me stop. But you should go
Cue
see
the
it.
ad break.
It's because Doug and I both play roles that were very challenging for us. So I remember the conversations we were having while we were recording our lines. We were like, like I don't know if we
Don't
can do
get me
this.
started on my lines, all right? I don't want to.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh! I mean, Doug's lines were a lot worse than mine, but
I read through the first night. I read through my entire script. I'm like reading through. I'm like, "Yep, good, good," and then I like freeze, and I'd be like, "Excuse me." I was like at the RA desk. I'm like, "You want me to say what?"
oh my gosh. Yeah. And it's one of those things. It was tough, right? To push yourself because, you
Yeah.
know, if it was up to me and Doug, we would want to just play those, the characters that we could feel like we could fit in. Like, play those guys with the energy and the hoppers of like, oh, you guys are breaking up? No.
No, we should be like background actors.
Walk in during the middle of the break and say, killing the bull is wrong.
Killing the bull. You are not a Sanchez.
But, Pieces was definitely it was such a fun experience, but it was definitely challenging. I like to see all that stuff that you need to do to like put together something like that, I think was like, wow. Like it definitely was it it was intimidating at first, but then like when you started spending time with like the people on the set, it was just fun to like hang out. Like I just felt like we were just hanging out sometimes. You know,
I
it's
mean, like, you gotta give yourself some props too, because like, your first show, it's like you just walked in there like, "Alright, let's do this." And, like, I've had some experience, but, like, even for you, like, just walking in, just starting that, like, that's such a such a, like, a demanding role to walk into, and I think you did such a good job.
dude, I appreciate that. But you know, like I said, literally the only reason I signed up was because one, you were in the show, and then it had a character with my name. So I was like, oh, how bad? How bad could this be? Uh, you know, but I appreciate you coaching me because you know I needed that, right? You know, to really figure out how to inflict and say what I was gonna say and how we were gonna you know really act and it was definitely an experience. But I will say for me, my favorite day was the day that we were all on set at Hoppers. That was a great day. I mean, I didn't even have to say a word, in my lines, but I was just in there, jamming, right? They had the music going. And we
It
were
was
just
cold in there.
I was cold outside too. But we were just like making jokes, having fun. Um I was kind of in their shot a little bit. You know, if you guys watch the movie, you might see a little blooper where I'm standing right in front of Tabby and
I
Doug.
forgot about that.
Like, and I was like, why did you guys keep this in? You guys could have just moved it out the way, but it's all right. Okay, okay. But like, that was just so fun to just like there was like just a moment we were just there was no cameras and we were just all just hanging out, just laughing,
Yeah,
talking about cheek on wings,
chicken wings,
you know,
chicken tenders.
just dancing to Eminem. Like it was such a awesome experience, and one that like if I ever want to act again, I definitely think like I mean I guess technically we could say that Doug and Zach show is acting, although it's not really acting. It's just
It's just us doing dumb stuff and then me editing it. Yeah.
yeah, basically.
Bingo.
And for those who don't know, the Doug and Zach show, global show. Uh,
Time to go interview people. Have you seen the Doug and Zach show?
have you seen it? Have you?
Have
Hey,
you
hey,
seen it?
you, hey.
Time for ad break. Cue the ad break right now. It just cuts to like a commercial, like the Doug and Zach show.
Okay, Can we cut to the trailer real quick? Hello, but that's one of those things. Like that's like the sole fact is like that show is so random, but it's like some of the most fun. Like it's like just us. It is really like it doesn't even take that long to make. All we can really do is just record us just being together, and then that's the second section.
You just slap it together with effects. Boom. That's the show.
Exactly. That's how easy it is. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're fortunate that people want to watch it. Like we're fortunate that people want to watch us do silly stuff. I mean, we're, we don't really just post it for the people. We just post it for ourselves.
I know. Yeah.
So we're just watching it. But the love that
Yeah.
we've gotten on it has been awesome. But like I said, Doug deserves a lot of credit for the Doug and Zach show. I mean, he posts
I
it.
loved it. I love it though because getting to edit it and stuff just it's not even stressful, it's just fun because, like, for me especially, especially just, like, even filming stuff, but, like, in general, I'm so happy with especially just this year for college because, like, I have moved out of my comfort zone so much, and it has helped me because, like, if a year ago, if I was like, "Hey, you're gonna edit yourself at 12 in the morning, chucking a Wii controller of a baby off of a balcony and then editing it to the entertainer," I'd be like, "There's no way. There's no way I would do that. There's no way you would do the Doug and Zach show, episode 1." Like, bingo. But, like, yeah, I agree. It's just such, like, a cool thing to do that where you just don't care. You just post it and you send it, and it's like it's just, a breath of fresh air.
No, definitely, I agree, and I would say for me, I would say the same thing. Like the you know, like I've always loved skits. I've always loved comedy skits. I've been watching those since I like got access to YouTube. Like I love those, but like for me to partake in them, like I never thought I would be able to do it, but like the Duck and Zach show is one of those experiences. Like it's just literally like it's just being goofy. Like, and one of my favorite, like I would say every episode is my favorite episode, but one of my favorites was the last one of last season, just because of how you and I took a director role, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
we took a role and like I mean, to sit there and at 12 o'clock in the morning and talk about and develop ideas of what we wanted to do, and just like the creativity that I just felt that we were just flowing ideas of like, okay, so here's what we want to do, here's what we want to do. It was such a beautiful experience because it's like, usually, you know, sometimes, like, especially in college, we have professors that want us to do things a certain way, or but like to be able to do something like the Doug and Zach show where it's us and it's just us being ridiculous, so we can think of whatever we want to put in there, I think is awesome. Like, I mean, we literally ran around buildings, singing Mission Impossible. Like, like you know,
Nah, it's a spoiler. Nah, it's a spoiler. But nah, I agree. I the progression too, because like we went from like episode one just being like both of us, and now like the last episode is like everyone wanted to like have cameos, and it's like it's just more fun when you have everyone.
no, I definitely agree. And I would also say, like, what was really fun about it was like the joy that everybody was having when we were recording that last episode. Like,
Diana was thrilled.
yeah.
She's like, "Are we recording right now? Are we? Wait, what do I say? What's my line? What do I say?" Dom's in the back, like, "Give me the camera. Let me film it." I'm like, "All right, all right."
All
I'm
right,
like, "All right,"
hey.
because I usually film it, and now Dom's taking my thing. I'm like, all right, do your thing, Dom." And he did, and he cooked.
Yeah, and I mean, like but just like having that fun on set, like I mean, like having Ben cry to the and everybody just dying laughing after, like was so awesome because it was like it was beautiful because you know seeing everybody really take like that joy of like the joy that we get from making these skits, but like having everybody in it just having that joy really did it for me. Like I was like, wow, like look at our baby, look what like the baby we wouldn't drop, but but
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Yeah,
it's awesome. And I also feel like when you got those meta glasses, I really think it changed the game for us because I remember you got them like that very night. We just started doing stuff.
immediate. That was the Mission Impossible night. That was the same night. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, yeah.
Like, you cannot hand the two of us a pair of meta glasses because stuff will happen. Avengers Doomsday will be filmed using meta glasses by me. It'll happen.
Zach will return in Avengers Doomsday.
In Avengers Doomsday.
you know, oh man, that was such a it's so great. Like when you watch that video back, I loved the transition that we did for it because it was cinematic. It was a masterpiece. Like it was wonderful, but
Beautiful.
like but I know some people they're asking when the next episode is gonna be.
Mhm.
Uh and I mean, we could both answer that, but like I said, I'm interviewing you, so I'll let you take that.
Yeah. I mean, still summer. Our plan, I think we both want to start doing it like when we get closer to Salisbury. Because for me, I feel like the summer is a good moment to just breathe. But like you and I have been talking, it gives us time to brainstorm, get some ideas. But I do believe that you and I want to do a trailer soon at our friend's pool party of just something. We have no idea what it's gonna be, but we're thinking we're just gonna send something, be like, perfect. Um, but that's yet to come. But I think once it gets back into Salisbury, I think once we're back in our home space, then they'll be back up again and everything, you know?
And I could not agree with Doug, more. I mean, the thing for us was like the reason we went on break this summer is because we felt like one, it was going to be really difficult for both of us to just like film during the summer. There was going to be days people were on vacation or things like that, so we were going to there was going to be times we might miss like a couple weeks or miss this time, and both of
Yeah.
us kind of were like that doesn't sit right with both of us because we both want to make sure we give you guys the best content, right? And
We really need to be there
right,
for it to work. It's hard to do this like separately because all the goofy stuff happens when we least expect it. That's my
exactly,
favorite part of the entire show. None of the stuff that we like half the stuff we filmed was not meant to be in the show. We just were like, this is perfect. Let's just add it in.
exactly, and like that's the thing. So it's like we have to be together in order for it to like flow because you know it doesn't work when it's like we're farther away because it's like how are we supposed to talk, how are we supposed to tell the waitress that we want Mexican street corn, like, or how are we supposed to recite book of lifelines, like, you know and plus
It's not possible.
I think like taking the summer off is good for both of us. It gives us time, like Doug said, to branch out, get some ideas, of course, as well as rest.
Yeah.
I mean, the Doug and Zach show is really fun and I enjoy it. But it also at the same time, we gotta make sure like, you know, we give ourselves like time to really just indulge and break. Because
Yeah.
if we posted every week, yes, it would be consistent, but we don't want to run out of ideas. So for
I
those
also can only edit so much.
exactly, you know,
I can't have 1 a.m. Like just sessions again where I'm just up with a Red Bull, just going off on CapCut on my phone.
and this portion was sponsored by Red Bull. Um,
Cue
no,
the
I
ad break.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, Doug and I, we can't like, I mean, Doug, he holds a big role, like a bigger role than me. I just really show up. Doug, he posts it, he edits. Um, if if you if you want to get Doug and Zach show episodes early, go follow Doug Whitworth. You know, on Instagram, go follow him. He's got it all. Um, and we've been favored enough to have episodes in the thousands already, which I think is crazy. like like
It
that's
makes no sense.
that's so insane to me. Like I remember when you showed me that the the don't drop the baby episode and you showed me how many people watched it. I was like,
What?
that doesn't even make sense. Like why are there so many people just watching us? And then
High demand. That's what it is.
yeah, and like
People need a dancing avocado and Goodwill, and us throwing a baby off a balcony. A wee baby. Don't worry, it wasn't real. Because in the video, we confirm that no babies were harmed.
hey, we don't harm babies, okay? We promise. All right. It was fake, you know? But like that's what I'm saying. It's so funny and like the fact that like people send me that and just like be like, "Oh, this is you." It's like, "Yeah, it is me."
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
that's me.
Hey, that's me. But like to be able to be a part of something like that, it's almost like for both of us to get that much exposure that quickly, we both feel like the sky's the limit. Like it kind of makes you excited too,
It's fun.
because I mean, like even like our like least viewed Zach and Doug show episodes still has like over 400 views, which is crazy to me. Like that's insane. Like imagine 400 people just watching, just watching you just do random stuff. Like that's crazy to me. But I mean, I could not be happier to be working with somebody like Doug for this. I mean, like I said, creativity, like somebody like Doug who's so creative and like his theater background, like I said, I don't have a theater background or acting background. So like someone like Doug, he really brings it out of you. Like you would think, yelling in an IHOP parking lot could be nerve wracking, but it's fun. Or, fake fishing at Ocean City. It's just, you know, having people walk by and just be like, "What is going on?"
What are they doing?
I think it's one of those things like, the message is like you can't be afraid of what people think of you. Because if
Yeah.
Doug and I were, I don't think the Doug and Zach show would be there. I don't think we would do half the things that we do.
That has really helped me with that because for me, like walking into college, I walked in, um, Zach, I don't think you know John Mulaney. He's a stand-up comedian, but he jokes about how every time he's anywhere in public, he needs everybody to love him and think and it's just a funny little skit he has. But like for me, that was exactly how I felt walking into college. So I was like, I need to be perfect. I cared way too much about how people thought of me. But you, like in the show in general, has taught me just to relax, and that's just so much fun for me now. Like again, like just the growth this entire school year. Like there's just been so much progression, and that makes me very happy. But yeah,
Dude, that's high praise. But I mean, like, I appreciate that. You know,
there's
um,
also very little people on this planet I would possibly do fake fishing with at Ocean City, and you're one of them.
I appreciate that. And I think what's even greater like about this is the fact that, like we really benefit each other, to be honest. I mean, you know, there's the fake fishing and all that, like, and the ability to just like enjoy it instead of like being embarrassed, instead of like, like being like, what did we just do? To just be like, "Man, that was great. Okay, so how can we
Perfect.
be how can we be goofier next time? How can we Okay, so we're out in front of IHOP now. How can we, have a little more fun with this?"
So
Like,
what we're gonna do is we're gonna include Lincoln Park in the end. Perfect.
exactly. And, I definitely think what's also cool is we've incorporated like the movies that we grew up watching, like, and just in like incorporating them into what we want to do. I still want to figure out a way that we can incorporate the Book of Life somehow. Um,
Oh, there's plenty of options.
you
We
know, whether or not we can figure that out, we'll figure that out. But just like in all the great stuff that we've just acquired over this short amount of time. I mean, what's even crazier is Doug and I haven't even known each other for a year, and we're this close.
yeah.
That's wild to me. Like, I feel like I've known.
College at its finest. Like,
So I'm saying, I feel like I've known you for like 5 years, but
yeah,
we really haven't. So it's awesome, and even though we won't be in the same building together, I mean, that's really not going to change a lot. I mean, look at the example when Dom moved away. I feel like actually when Dom moved away, I feel like we got actually closer with Dom.
I was gonna say I gave you more like boys' time
You know,
over in the other area,
right?
and he also came over.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
and it's not like you're not gonna be able to come over to Minoka, and I'll just be like, get on in here, get.
Hey man,
Watch
I'll
Book of Life from up on the balcony.
just just have the TV on. People are like, "Who has the TV on?"
Is it a ghost? Shh. This is the best part. Killing the bull is
It's
wrong,
wrong.
but I'm a creep.
You know? Yeah, man, definitely I'll be back to Minoka to visit you. Don't worry, man. Whether that's
Hey,
when you're on duty or, just to come by, get a room tour, I'll be back. Trust, that like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, not that I know of, I would stop.
yeah, me neither.
So, but I do agree with you on that. Like, I mean, that time, and that's where fishing really sprouted out of.
Yeah,
And those were some of my favorite moments of the semester. It's like the fishing trips because of
I'm excited too because I just got my for Father's Day. I just got my rod fixed as like an early birthday present, so I can finally bring that down.
mm,
And now we don't have to use Dom's little tiny $10 like push to reel in rod.
the rod that you can't catch any fish on.
No, I caught a fish. The first time I went fishing, I caught it with that sucker. After that, no, but
Yeah.
no, actually, you're right. No, we caught nothing on there. I'm talking about the rod was bad, 100%. It was the rod. It was the rod. It was the rod's like Kate. Just ew. What are we doing? What are we?
Uh, Kate,
I'm
you
sorry. I'm sorry, Kate. I'm sorry if you watch this. I'm sorry, Kate.
Kate, you suck.
Kate, I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm sorry.
Kate, I'm not
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope you're having a great day too. I'm lying. But Kate, this is what you get for not watching Birds with Us. Anyway, you know, but yeah, like I do feel that. And I definitely like those moments, you just feel the love because it's like it's so authentic. Like you know, and I'm so grateful to have so many of those moments this year where it was just authentic fun. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think a lot of times, like when we get adults, we're like, why did we have so much fun in this way when we were kids? But the truth is, like, we had that fun because we were just being authentic. We were just like letting loose. Like, you know, I mean, like Doug, so graciously came to visit me, what was that, 2 weeks ago? And
oh my no, the 20 no, it's
nah,
already been a week.
already,
What? It's been a week and 2 days since that?
a week. And
I'm gonna blink it on 30. Oh,
uh, you know, and just like that was the type, like having that fun of like, I mean, we're all grown adults, but we played Scrabble, you know.
we had the entire day. What are we gonna do? Go to Target, got it. Go eat at Green Turtle, perfect. Play gravel for an hour on a play set,
Beautiful.
beautiful. That's the day.
And so just having that of like that's the type of fun, like authentic fun. And
Yeah,
I want to like encourage the viewers who are watching this. You got to find a way to have some authentic fun because those are where you get your best memories. And even though like some of our authentic fun is recorded, it still doesn't change the fact that it's like us just we truly act this way whether the cameras are on or not.
that's
Like
the thing. It's like the Duggins is actually like every single episode has something behind it where it was such a fun moment and memory for us. Like it's not just random for us. It's like it actually is like a part of our lives. And it's like this is us. It's
exactly.
not just us posting a 2 minute video of us at IHOP doing stupid stuff like that. That's us. We love pancakes.
We do love pancakes. IHOP, if you're looking for a sponsor, somebody,
Like
just hit us up. We'll gladly take the sponsorship, actually.
yeah.
Gladly.
Waffle House.
Eat it,
Get out
eat
of
it.
here. No.
But speaking of Waffle House, that picture that Jason sent us, I think it was the other day of him with that waffle or something like that. Ugh.
I had to block him.
Yeah, that was
So
crazy. I can't believe he sent that to us. He sent that. I
disgusting.
to
He knows
think
better.
to think we let him watch Freebirds with us.
How do we address that, sir? Cranberry
Damn son.
sauce.
Ah.
Don't worry, Zach. I've been eating nothing but Eggo mini pancakes.
Mm,
Beautiful, beautiful. They
pure
hated me.
sin.
I don't know if you saw in the group chat. They hated me. They're like, "What? What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's pancakes, baby pancakes. Like, come on,
Hey, I saw that, bro. I saw that, bro. Like, I was like, stop hating, okay? Don't hate.
stop it right
Stop.
now.
Hey, stop.
Stop."
But and I think that's what's just like they hate on the pancakes. Doug and I will eventually release a pancake movie. Just it might be years down the line. Just let us, let us get some stuff in order. Let us because I mean, we clearly, we could do a lot with the phone, but you can't record a full movie on Meta glasses unless you want to chop and screw it.
Not yet.
Not yet,
Mm.
you know. But maybe one of these days. But uh, you know, and that's the thing is like we definitely wanna do all this great content for you guys because we have so many great ideas,
We'd be
stuff.
such great young directors.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Wonderful. I mean, you saw it on the final episode, like the
yeah,
way we were just able, it was not like we were putting everybody in the place of like, hey, we're above you. It was more of just like, hey, like this is how we.
we walked in and they're like, what do I get to do? What do I get to do?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, "Oh, I wasn't ready to be a director." They're like,
it's a
"Okay,
lot.
okay, what's next?" I'm like,
Exactly. It's a lot of it was a lot of like we didn't I know we both didn't expect it. Like when we were drafting this up at 1 in the morning, the morning prior, we did not expect it. We were just kind of
"No."
both like, okay,
We're like, "Let's see how this goes."
yeah. But then like for everybody to have to be want to be involved of like, okay, so what can I say? What can I say? And us having to look back at the script of like, okay, some of these parts we don't have enough parts for these.
Like, back up. Yeah,
But maybe next season we'll have an episode where we try to get as many people as part with parts as we can. We'll
yeah.
see. um but you know I'm just like I'm so grateful to have somebody of that creativity around because it brings up everybody else's creativity because it makes you want to fire off ideas like this, like
Yeah.
you know but man, um well, anyway, dude, I appreciate your time for being here.
Mhm.
I appreciate you, joining me on this. I know this was kind of last minute when we were talking about
I
it,
got you. No, it was
but
great being on here.
I appreciate that. Wait, no, I don't.
Oh, no, no.
No. That for
I'm
anybody
not Kate, okay? You don't get to say that to me.
who doesn't know, that's an inside joke. I can't say where it's from, because obviously, the person that said it, you know, he knows where it's from. Doug knows where it's from too.
Yep.
That night also, before we go, that night right there was probably a top three night for me of the year. That was such a fun night. Oh my gosh. Like the stuff that we got that night, we could have made a whole Zach and Doug or Doug and Zach special just from that night right there. Like, it was just
Yeah.
so fun to just be a part of that and like looking back on it now, there's history there. Like we recorded, the making of somebody's first date, like a couple's first date
Same
together.
day as Meta Glasses.
And if they keep going strong and if they ever, tie that knot, I'm definitely playing that at their wedding. Uh we're definitely playing that at their wedding.
That would be the best man speech. Like you just walk up and you're like, "So, like 20 years ago, we we were in the dorm And he said,
No, we had to start it off like with that Abe Lincoln speech 4 score and 7 years ago.
the year, year was 2026.
Call it the wedding address. We saw this man right here.
All thanks to Chipotle. Thank you very much.
Oh man. Well, anyway, dude, is there anything that you would like to say to the people, man, before I do the outro? Is there anything you'd like to say?
I mean, I don't gotta lie. I just gotta say thank you for having me. Great being on here. Hi, people. There we go.
And like you said, you guys, show Doug some love, follow his Instagram. I'm not just endorsing it because we have a show, but um, of course, follow it so you guys can stay in tune with the Doug and Zach show. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's a great show. There's four
Can't go wrong.
episodes, so if you got to catch up, catch up. Um, it won't take you that long.
I was gonna say, like 5 minutes.
It'll take 5 minutes out your day. Catch up real quick. Then you'll understand it all. You'll be
Best five
able.
minutes of your life, 100%.
Oh yeah, you know. But like I said, I'm very appreciative to have Doug on here. And for him to take some time out of his day for this. You know, I told you guys I was do more collabs. So I got some other collabs on the way. We'll see how long those take. But just know that having this channel is so fun for me because I get to you know, interview my friends, and really have great combos with them, on the camera. So I'm really grateful to have Doug on here. And, you know, we'll see you guys on the next one. And yeah,